When automakers go for an update of an existing model, they usually go for a few conventional changes. Maybe a new headlight, maybe a new grille, maybe some additional features. Well, what Chery did, however, with the 5X Pro is totally different. They went one step further, or actually one whole ladder further. Hey guys, Vince here from AutoIndustriya, and what I have for you is the new Tiggo 5X Pro. In terms of the model range of Chery, this one sits right above the Tiggo 2 and right below the Tiggo 7 Pro. And this is something a lot of people are looking to because it's a small SUV that's practical for everyday use. And as I'll show you in a bit, they did a lot of things with this vehicle to make it even better. This one sports the new Chery grille with the diamond theme going on there. If you're the type that likes a bit of sparkle in your life, this is going to suit you very well. Well, you've also got these new LED headlamps, far more efficient than the ones before. You've also got the LED DRLs there with the G-shaped accent to give you that nicer impression. Overall, they really adjusted the look of the Tiggo 5X Pro very, very well. Now from that camera angle, you can see that the Tiggo 5X Pro is a pretty compact SUV, but once we start showing you what's actually inside and the space inside with our special guest, well, you realize it's actually pretty spacious. Now when it comes to the look of the vehicle, it does look like a real crossover SUV, especially with all the black cladding. But what's surprising is that for a compact crossover SUV, it's actually pretty high up off the ground because the minimum ground clearance is 196 millimeters. That's going to be plenty for our kind of traffic, especially village humps. Now, front and rear, you've got these nice wheels going on with these tires that are known for comfort and being quiet. So that's always a good thing. You've got front and rear disc brakes. But what's really surprising is when you look at what's behind the actual wheel. Because unlike its predecessor, this one does not come with a torsion beam. This one comes with multi-link rear suspension. Yes, this is a full independent suspension vehicle all around. That means a better ride and a better drive. And really, it's something we weren't expecting for an updated model. There are actually quite a few changes with the back of the 5X Pro. You have these new taillights. You also have the new garnish, new emblem, new hybrid emblem as well, a new rear bumper with these exhaust accents. But of course, what's important here is the space. Because once you pop open the tailgate, you've got access to a nice space, and there's also a parcel tray here. It's pretty rigid, so you can put stuff on there. But the space here is 30 inches from here to there, and then 30 inches from here up to the ceiling before you start scuffing this up. Maximum width is 46. So what else can we spot? You've got a trunk release right here, so when it's down and you want to get out that way, you know, kind of a movie thing. You've also got hooks right on either side, so you can hang little packages that you don't want sliding around. But also, you can take a look at what's underneath here, because here we've got a donut spare, an emergency spare, so that's reassuring for long drives. You also got a jack, you got your tow hook there, early warning device, the usual stuff along with your other tools. But what's interesting here is this part. This is actually a blower for the battery, for the 48-volt battery. And it's something we haven't really seen with a lot of car makers, whether they're hybrid or in this case, mild hybrid. This is not me. This is Zach, and he is the newest member of the AutoIndustriya team. And why I have him seated here? Well, he's 6 foot flat. And that means we can show you the kind of space you have even in the 5X Pro. Knee room, there's plenty to go right there. In terms of headroom, he's got plenty to spare. In terms of amenities, he's got 2 AC vents, USB ports, quilted floor mat, and even a folding center armrest with 2 cup holders. Good job, Zach. Where Chery really went above and beyond is with the interior, and you notice it the moment you step in, because it really looks like they lifted the dashboard from the 7X Pro and put it into the 5X Pro. It's really, really nice. And once you start looking and touching all of the details around the dashboard, you notice that, hey, everything's like soft touch, because here the shroud covering the driver display, soft touch. Top of the dashboard, soft touch. Here, soft touch. Of course, you've got the really nice leather seats with the red and the black. It's a very, very nice contrast. You've got Tiggo embossed right there. It's very, very fantastic. Even on the door, On top of here, it's soft touch. Of course, everything else here is soft. It just gives it a nice premium feel. And once you put your hands on the steering wheel, oh yeah, that is really, it actually really feels good. And the way they did the stitching, it gives it a lot of nice texture. And then you start playing around with all of the controls. On the left side, you have your cruise control buttons. On the right side, you have your controls for the audio system. And the torque on the buttons is actually very good. It gives a nice quality feel. That's what you want. And of course, once you go here, the middle, this is where your shifter is, your driver select. So you have park right there, right? And then you have reverse, and then you can go into neutral, and then drive, and then you've got manual mode where you can shift up by pushing or shift down by pulling. Also, for your parking brake, it's not a handbrake anymore. It's an electronic parking brake with auto brake hold. That will make life easier, especially in our kind of traffic. In front of the driver, you've got a driver information display. Basically, it's your gauge cluster, but instead of having analog gauges, this one is fully digital. It's an LCD. You can see that the RPM is on the right side. On the left side, you have your speedometer, and you do have a redundant speedometer right here, the digital type. This one, of course, comes with a TPS or TPMS, or a tire pressure monitoring system. It allows you basically to see what the pressure is on all your tires, so you no longer have to guess if your tires are overinflated or underinflated. So it kind of gives you that reassurance, especially on long drives. When you go here to this other display, you have your information for your DTE, or distance to empty. AFE is average fuel economy. Don't mind the numbers now, we're all parked. Those aren't going to be the real numbers once we start driving. IFC means instant fuel economy, instant fuel consumption. And then you have your trip meter right there on the right side. In the previous model, it had a screen here and then one AC vent up top and then another on the right. For this one, they've changed it completely. You have the AC vents down here. It's very centralized, so it's kind of, the way you can point it at each other, it's actually very, very nice. And then you have your ignition button right here. And you've got this new screen that kind of pops out from the dashboard. It's very clean looking. And of course, this one does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So here's the Apple CarPlay on the Tiggo 5X Pro. The resolution is very, very nice, of course, and it's very, very quick, which is really good. That's what you want. And once you start playing around with the features you want, like for example, you want your Waze, you've got it. If you want to use Spotify, you've got it. Who's listening to I Belong to the Zoo? So here's the Android Auto. And as expected, it works very, very well. The resolution is very nice. You can, of course, select all your apps. You have your Waze here. I have mine set to night mode. And of course, you can play some better music than, what Nico was listening to. Very, very dramatic. This one, no drama, just good fun. Right below the AC vents, you've got some more controls for some of the other functions of the vehicle. Of course, this is for the audio system if you want to turn it on and off. Oh, when you have it turned off, yeah, there you go. The clock's right there. Volume controls, hazard, of course. The home button for this, let me turn that on. Then the home button there. The AVM, this is for the around view monitor. So when you press that, the camera system should come on. You've got the 2D view, you've got the 3D view, which by the way, it's the nice one to play around with if you like playing around with the different views of your vehicle. That's something you can really enjoy. The front wide view, that one's going to be very useful if you're parking especially. And the rear view, also very, very useful. Once we get out of that view, you have your phone control here. This one is for the driving mode. So when you push that, you go into sport mode right up there. The screen goes red, which is, makes it feel sportier. And then you go to eco mode, which goes into this nice shade of teal or blue or something. You've got the panel for your AC. It's a very nice touch panel. Right below it, of course, I explained the shifter already. Here is a wireless charger, and it's one of the best positioned wireless chargers we've encountered because, you naturally put your phone there. That's it. Very, very nice and logical. Here, we've got our key in the cup holder. It's actually nice and slim, and it fits into my watch pocket very well. One good thing to talk about here is actually this compartment beneath your armrest, because you do have a nice armrest here, but you also have a pretty big compartment down there. And the important thing is that it's actually chilled, because there is a vent in here for the AC. So it kind of sends some cool air here. So if you have drinks here, it'll keep it cool. Or if you have hot drinks, it'll warm it up a little bit. You have a dual cup holder there. Again, it slides back and forth, allows for storage of different things. You can have your wallet there, you can have your keys, all that stuff. Right below here, you've got 2 USB ports and one 12-volt outlet. In the back, you've also got USB ports, so you can charge wherever you're seated in the car. Right up here, we have our sunglass holder. Hey, it's a nice slow drop down. You got the sunroof controls. Yes, this one does have a sunroof, so you can tilt it up or you can open it. There you go, tucks in nicely. So if you go on a nice road trip and the sun is out and you want to enjoy some fresh air, well, you can in the Tiggo 5X Pro. Powering the Tiggo 5X Pro is a 1.5-liter turbo intercooler, or air-water intercooler actually, right there in front, engine, and a CVT. It's driving the front wheels. But what makes it unique is that this isn't just an ordinary 1.5-liter turbo. It's actually a 1.5-liter turbo mild hybrid. Now, you may be seeing a 12-volt battery here, but there's another battery inside the vehicle which is rated for 48 volts. It allows for a 48-volt mild hybrid system to make the vehicle far more efficient. It achieves that by using a belt starter generator, or BSG. It's right underneath there. It gives a power boost to the engine and also allows for certain functions like energy recapture when you're braking or lifting off the throttle. It also gives the engine a boost when it comes to the power. In terms of overall power, this one makes 156 PS and 230 Newton meters of torque, and that should make for some very fun and very efficient driving. I really like it when a car maker goes above and beyond to surprise us with things we normally won't expect in a certain class of car and at a certain price range. The Tiggo 5X Pro certainly achieves that. And being that it's a Chery, it comes with the usual long things, meaning long warranty, long engine warranty, and of course, free maintenance for several years of ownership, making it very, very easy to own. Actually, all you have to do is sign at the dealership and you're good to go. Now, when it comes to pricing, Chery is still finalizing it, so hopefully by the time we release the video, we should have the price up here. Can you see it? Because I can't yet. But anyways, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the Tiggo 5X Pro. Let us know, did they do a good job with the pricing and a good job with the looks and the performance and the expectations of customers with the vehicle? Let us know. This is Vince of AutoIndustriya.com. Thank you for watching, and the next time you see us, we should be driving this to give you our full review.